Vice Admiral, pilots have secured the outposts. Militia forces are falling back. Sir, there is heavy militia resistance on the outposts. Sir, militia dropships on the outposts. Spectres reporting heavy resistance. The outposts are under control, Vice Admiral. Our pilots are effectively defending the outposts, sir. Pilots have lost control of the outposts. The Sentinel is being targeted. Fire control Marvins have been dispatched. Militia forces are rallying on the outposts. The cannon array is targeting the Sentinel. Vice Admiral, militia forces have taken the outposts. Sir, Spectres are en route to the bridge to extract you. Vice Admiral Graves, be advised, the Sentinel will be jumping in directly over the city in 3, 2, 1. Mark. Channel open, Vice Admiral. Vice Admiral Graves, I have received word from our 2nd, 5th, and 12th battle groups. They have engaged the militia fleet at the Demeter Gateway. It is the largest militia fleet on record we have ever encountered, shutting down transmission with the enemy. Vice Admiral Graves, I believe the militia has enough data on the repulsor tower to formulate a means of exploiting its weaknesses. Your orders, sir. All ground forces, move clear of the buildings. Core detonation in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark. Militia forces are attempting to escape. Pursue and destroy them. Vice Admiral Graves, my analysis of the base archive indicates that despite our best efforts, the militia may have obtained enough data to find a weakness in the repulsor towers. Vice Admiral Graves, scans indicate that McAllen may have escaped with classified data. Vice Admiral Graves, scans indicate that McAllen may have escaped with classified data from the Odyssey. Vice Admiral Graves, the Sentinel is lost. Boneyard location is classified, sir. I will alert all informants in Angel City to be on the lookout. What is he after? Excellent work, pilots. We have all 3 hardpoints. Full reactor core shutdown is imminent. Defend the terminals. We are dominating all 3 hardpoints. Maintain control and I will be able to shut down the core. Defend the hardpoints. Well done, pilots. We have control of every hardpoint. Maintain control and we will be able to shut down the core completely so they cannot destroy this facility. Good. I have control back for this terminal. Reducing core pressure. Well done. We have stabilized core pressure for this section and begun cooling procedures. Excellent. I have control for this hardpoint. Pressure reduced. Reactor mainframe override at 50%. Override of unauthorized users at 50%. Reactor mainframe 50% reestablished. Pilot, we are winning the battle by a significant margin. Maintain the current operational tempo to achieve victory. Pilot, we are winning by a small margin. Maintain tactical superiority at all costs. Proceed to the evac point. We have lost control of this facility. The enemy is setting all Spectre assets in the facility to self-destruct. Pilot, we are losing the battle by a significant margin. If we are unable to shut down the reactor core, you will not survive the resulting detonation. Pilot, we are losing the battle by a small margin. Establish control of all hardpoint terminals immediately. Our Spectres are hunting the retreating terrorists. Do not allow them to escape. We have lost control of all 3 hardpoints. You must regain control before the militia can detonate the reactor core. The enemy has control of all hardpoint terminals. You must control them for me to shut down the reactor core. The militia has all hardpoints. You must provide me access to the hardpoints to stop a meltdown. Vice Admiral Graves, be advised. Sensors indicate McAllen is at Reactor Core 5 and is attempting to infiltrate the facility. Reactor Core shutdown at 25%. Continue at present progress. Reactor Core shutdown at 50%. Maintain control of the hardpoints. Good work, pilots. We are 75% of the way to shutting down the core and preventing a meltdown. Maintain my connection to the hardpoints. Pilots, the reactor core overload is at 25%. Control the hardpoints to stop the overload. Vaporization of core reactor is imminent if you fail to control the hardpoints. Militia is 50% of the way to overloading the reactor core. Pilots, your vaporization is inevitable should you fail to maintain control of the hardpoints. We are losing. The enemy has overloaded 75% of the reactor core. Pilots, you must obtain hardpoint control in order to prevent a meltdown. Your uniforms will not block radiation of that magnitude. Pilot, be advised. Sergeant Blisk is operating on the surface for this mission. I will be handling his tactical duties until his return. This is a hardpoint mission. The militia are trying to overload the reactor core in an attempt to destroy Demeter. Patch me into the hardpoint so I can shut down the core as soon as possible. Hardpoint neutralized. Restabilizing pressure in that building. I've gained preliminary access. Regulating core pressure for that hardpoint. I am patched in. Restoring normal core pressure near the terminal. Beginning pressure stabilization for that hardpoint. Stand by. Stay close to the hardpoint while I stabilize the pressure and initiate cooling procedures. Shutting down militia access to the hardpoint and beginning cooling procedures. Stand by. Vice Admiral Graves. Incoming transmission from James McAllen. He is asking for you. Vice Admiral Graves. I am picking up a spike in the reactor core. Vice Admiral Graves. McAllen has destabilized the core. Shutting down the reactor now will cause a reverse pulse detonation. This will result in the destruction of Demeter. The situation is untenable. All units be advised. The repulsor towers have been destroyed. Wildlife intrusions have been detected across the entire base perimeter. The facility is being overrun by indigenous life. Mission terminated. All pilots head for the evac point. Sergeant Blisk, we have been defeated. Communications intercepts indicate that the militia have completed their analysis of the repulsor tower. We have been defeated. Mission terminated. All pilots head for the evac point. Commander Blisk, clear your forces from the ground. 30% of our fleet is lifting off to reinforce Demeter. The mission is a success in those terms, but this facility will certainly fall within 7 hours to the local wildlife. We have achieved victory. All remaining Spectres are under our control. Granted. Executing command override. Evacuation dropships cancelled. All capital ships autopilot engaged. Forcing jump to minimum safe distance. I am scanning the wreckage of the ship. Registered as the Odyssey. Reported loss to mutiny under your command, Vice Admiral. Militia forces have penetrated the Odyssey. Low-level frequency only, Vice Admiral. Vice Admiral, I'm detecting increased heat signatures in the Odyssey's central core. Damage to her stabilizers make flight operations impossible, sir. Sir, I've intercepted another fragment. Voice only. Vice Admiral, scans indicate the militia still have a stable uplink with the Odyssey CPU. Sir, the broadcaster is using an unknown encryption format. I will require more time to triangulate his position. They have destroyed the North Tower. We have lost the East Tower. The central base is holding strong. We have lost the East Tower. Commander Blisk, we are receiving a hailing signal on a private frequency. Only IMC officers would know the frequency. Patching him through. Stand by for a secure line. Sir, militia forces are attempting to divert power to detonate the reactor core. Of course, Vice Admiral. Although a manual overload will still be possible. Blisk, I have detected a small unit attempting to access the North Tower. Scanning is sporadic and unreliable due to interference and the thickness of the blast walls. Reactor core overload is at 25%. Signal intercepts indicate that we currently hold the advantage over the militia. Sir, I've detected a power surge in the repulsor tower. Someone is possible militia interference. Stand by. Performing analysis of the tower system. All units, despite our control of the situation, I am detecting a power surge at the tower. Brace for heavy interference. All units, I am detecting a power surge at the tower. Brace for heavy interference. Reactor core overload is at 50%. Signal intercepts indicate that we currently hold the upper hand. Reactor core overload at 50%. Circuitry damage detected in the tower. The militia are causing the pulses to analyze the tower's vulnerabilities. Whoever is behind this strategy is surprisingly clever for a human. Sergeant Blisk, I am detecting instability in the East Tower. Reactor core overload nearing 75%. Sergeant Blisk, militia power rerouting detected. This is your warning. The militia analysis of the tower is progressing faster than we can overload the core. Understood, Sergeant Blisk. Scanning airfield 24 for hostiles. None detected. Negative. That fighter is operating on an unknown autopilot protocol. Stand by. I cannot override it. Tower destruction is imminent.